You know, I love sharing all my healthy habits that help me lose 45 pounds and keep it off all these years. But I wanted to give you like my exact plan for when I stop losing weight, when that progress gets stalled. So really just to give you a step-by-step guide to push past plateaus so you can get the results you're looking for. Before we get into it, can I just say, I know how discouraging it can be when you hit those plateaus. Whether you are just starting a journey and you're like, I've been working out so hard, I'm not seeing anything change. Like, why am I putting all this work? Or if you've seen a lot of progress and then you just hit a wall and feel totally stuck. These are gonna be 5 super specific, tangible things that you can start putting into your routine anytime you hit a plateau, because it's really easy for people to say like, just switch it up. But what does that actually mean? So I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what I do. If you like videos like this, make sure you sweat the thumbs up. That just means give it a little click. And if you're new to my channel, I'm so happy you're here. I have new videos every week sharing my health and fitness journey to help you with yours. And I do giveaways weekly for my subscribers. So if you wanna be entered to win one of my giveaways, all you have to do is be subscribed. So hit that little red button down below and comment on my videos each week. I do a random drawing and announce the winner over in the community channel, and it is totally free. All you have to do is be here. And since this week we're talking all things fitness goals, I'm gonna give one of you a month's subscription to my Move app, premium subscription. It has my full workout programming for all fitness levels. You can do them at home in 30 minutes or less, and there are hundreds of videos on demand, all different types of workouts, so really something for everyone. So again, just make sure you hit subscribe and comment below. So first, let's just get like what a plateau is out of the way so we're all on the same page. A plateau is really when your body just adjusts to your current routine and energy expenditure, meaning whatever you're doing at whatever level, at some point your body's just gonna get used to it. So at first it's gonna have to work harder. So it's gonna burn more calories, it's gonna go, and then it's gonna be like, all right, this is the new normal. So I don't have to work quite as hard. And that causes that weight loss and progress to kind of just stall out. It is totally normal. Like I said, it is part of the process. We all go through it, but it means it's time to look at your full plan and really reassess. So I'm going to tell you the most important thing to start with when you hit a plateau, and that is nutrition. It is the biggest lever you can pull. It is going to have the biggest impact and make the most difference in your weight loss journey. If you are stuck at any point, little tweak to your nutrition, you can see huge changes start to happen again. And side note, I'm sorry, the lighting is crazy in my room. You guys know I'm in the middle of construction in my house. I actually am gonna give you an update and show you kind of what the kitchen looks like. We're not very far along in most of them, but I'll show you a little update in a second. But anyway, the lighting's crazy, so I'm sorry, but here we are. Okay, the easiest first thing you absolutely need to do, and this is what I do every single time this happens, is I increase my protein. I don't care how much protein you are having right now, it's probably not as much as your body needs. If you wanna know exactly how much you should be having, I have a free just like protein calculator. You put in your stats and it tells you your ideal protein intake for the day. So increase your protein. That could be an extra smoothie or like a protein shake, like LSF protein in the day. It could be an extra piece of chicken, some eggs, whatever it is. Start there. The second thing you need to do, and I always recommend doing this, especially if you hit a plateau, is looking at your macros and calorie intake. You know, I am not about tracking and being crazy and obsessed with calories. But at the end of the day, it's the science and physics. Calories matter when it comes to weight loss. We have to be in a caloric deficit. So burning more calories than we are consuming in a day. So having an idea of how many calories you're actually consuming is really important. Here's a stat I want you to hear. There was a study of obese people who claimed they ate 1,200 calories per day, but they couldn't lose weight. And I feel like a lot of us do this. We're like, I'm not eating that much. I'm in a deficit, but I'm not losing weight. When they did all the research, they found that the people underestimated their caloric intake by 53% and overestimated their activity, like exercise, by 47%. You have to track in some way. I do my meal plans for you, so they're in a caloric deficit, but you don't have to actually write anything down as long as you're eating the portions in there. For 100% certainty, you're in that deficit, so you're able to make sure that you're seeing progress. Side note on protein, it also really helps with appetite regulation. So the more protein you have, the more satiated and full you'll be. So even in caloric deficit, you're not gonna feel that hunger as much, so you'll be satisfied even with eating less. The second thing I do anytime I hit a plateau is I focus on my steps. This is something that I really started this year for the first time, especially when you are already working out really hard. It's about increasing that expenditure. It's like your body working out and the energy you're using without overdoing it. So walking is the best thing you can possibly do. I love this because it's called NEAT. It's your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So basically your body burning more calories calories when you're not actually exercising. If you want to see the fat start to just kind of melt off, if you can hit those 10,000 steps a day, it will make a huge difference. I know it can be hard to do that because that can be a little time consuming, right? But what I do is try to sneak in steps wherever I can. So I always go for even a short 10 or 15 minute walk after meals. I take calls, I write back emails, I edit while I'm walking around the neighborhood or on the treadmill, to get a walking pad. Anything you can do to sneak in more steps. I'm telling you, it sounds silly, it will make the biggest difference in these plateaus. It's not so much that you need to change up your whole program. The research shows that staying consistent with the program and progressive overload is going to get you the best result, but it's finding more ways to move. I want to help hold us all accountable. Right now, comment down below just with one area of your day you think you could sneak in more steps, whether it's parking further from your office, if it's taking the stairs somewhere, whatever it is. Comment down below and commit to it right now. And I'm gonna check back in with you this week and see how you're doing. The third thing I do is I get super honest with myself when it comes to my strength training. So like I said, it's not so much about like switching up your workouts where you have to be like, okay, I've been doing, you know, a leg and booty day and an arms and abs day and this, and now I'm just gonna do HIIT every day. Like that's probably not gonna do the trick, and it's gonna put more stress on your body. For me, I found, and honestly, all of the research backs this, the best thing you can do is really think about how you can increase what you're getting out of those workouts. So yes, we're gonna switch it up, but that could mean just increasing your weights by a pound or two. It could mean doing a few extra reps. This is where you can really start to see a change, because if you're doing 12 reps with 10-pound weights, squats every single time you do squats every single week, well, maybe that was hard the first few times and maybe you feel it a little bit, but your body's not going to keep changing. Like I said in the beginning, plateaus happen because our bodies adjust, they adapt. So maybe you got the muscle you needed to get to that point, but that's about as far as you're going to go. You have to keep pushing yourself. So I always say, and I always do in the Move app, it gives you a range for weights. That's for a reason. When you start to feel like those weights are easy for you, take it up a notch. Or if you don't have access to a bunch of weights, then think of the same concept but in reps. So even if in Move it tells you to do 12 reps, well, maybe you should do 15, maybe 18. You need to be responsible. We all need to be responsible for ourselves to really be able to continue to progress and push past those plateaus. Otherwise, we're gonna see some progress and that's gonna be exciting and great, and then it's just gonna kind of balance really fast. Let me go show you guys a quick little update and then we'll jump back into this. Okay, so let's start with the kitchen. There's literally nothing here. It's just gutted. It was so bizarre walking in for the first time because I'm like, I don't know what I expected, but not this. There's literal holes in the ceiling, but this is kind of where everything's gonna happen. So we'll have cabinets here, the fridge. I'm doing a pot filler, which I'm so excited about. And then this is one of my favorite spots. We're gonna do a big pop-out window that goes to the outside. So we like love to entertain. We love being in our backyard. So there'll just be like this beautiful window that pops out there. But yeah, for now, there's not much to see, but let's check out the garage. Ignore the mess, but you guys, look at this. I'm so excited. This is not done either, but we're getting there. So we have a gym floor put in here. We're gonna do our dumbbell rack right here, and then just the mirror. We still have like the treadmill over here. But this is gonna be such a beautiful space. I was thinking about even like filming in here. I don't know, let me know what you think. I'm just excited to work out in here. Okay, I think once the garage is done, I'm gonna have to do a workout out there for you guys. But for now, let's get into number 4. If you watched last week's video, hopefully you have like a better understanding of why hormones are so important when it comes to weight loss. If you haven't watched it yet, go check it out. Here's the short of it. Stress can impact our cortisol level. So cortisol is our stress hormone. If we have elevated levels of cortisol for too long, that's gonna increase our fat storage, especially in the midsection, which is where we're trying to lose it. The other part of this is we are all women, and at different parts of our life and our cycle, depending on your age, our hormones are going to be changing. So even from week to week, if you are a menstruating woman or if you're perimenopause or menopause, right, as we go through this journey, hormones change. So there's a lot of encouraging research that talks about how our metabolism doesn't actually change, but our hormones do fluctuate. We need to be aware of them at these different times because it's going to affect our appetite. It's going to affect how many calories we're burning throughout the day. So the stress management and being able to balance our hormones throughout the day, throughout the month, is going to have a huge impact on our ability to actually lose fat, especially in that belly. So as part of this tip I always focus on my sleep first and foremost to help balance out my hormones and reduce stress. So focus on getting that 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. Do whatever you need to do that. And if you need to and can take naps in the day to help with some of that, fine. But ideally it's in that one nice deep sleep cycle. Also, I like doing brain dumps at the end of the night just to kind of write anything that might be filling my head and stressing me out, even if it's stuff I'm not consciously thinking about, to have that running list of things and just kind of get it out of me. I found that really helpful through the years. I think a lot of times as women especially, we're super stressed out, but we don't even know what we're stressed about. We just have the weight of the world kind of sitting on us. And I think that anything you can do like this, journaling, talking to someone, brain dumps, it's gonna help. This is kind of one of those turning points, especially when you hit plateaus, that is crucial. Because if you've been working really hard, if you change your nutrition, you're working out super hard, that does cause stress on the body. It's natural, it's normal, it's not a bad thing, but that can cause those plateaus to happen too. So you wanna make sure that you're reeling it in and managing that stress. This last one I do is probably the easiest and simultaneously the hardest when you hit these plateaus. And that is to recommit to the process. I found myself in my 45-pound weight loss journey over and over again, hitting these walls, hitting plateaus, getting discouraged and giving up. And that cycle just continued. So now I found it helps me really be able to say all right, I'm committed to this. I know I have to stick with it. 2, 4, 6 weeks isn't enough. I'm gonna see some progress. I might be feeling good and then I hit the wall and I'm what the heck happened? It's too easy to be well, forget it. This isn't even working. But these things work. It is a journey. We're talking about more than just fat loss, more than just belly fat, weight loss, whatever it is. We're talking about longevity, energy levels to be able to run and play with our kids, with our grandkids, all these things, right? And these are really simple things that you can do, that I do every single time, that make a difference. And hopefully seeing this and me kind of breaking it down in this way has helped make it a little bit more tangible to know exactly what to do, not just generally I gotta switch things up, but really to have specifics that you can go and grab and do to start to see those shifts happen so much faster. So if you take nothing else away from this, know that plateaus are normal. They're part of the process and you have to be patient with yourself and just trust that process. And it seems small, but it really does make a huge difference. And the cool thing is once you start doing this, you start to learn your body so much more. So I know now kind of where to go first. Like I said, nutrition, that's where I always go you know what? I should probably start measuring stuff again. I should probably really do the hot body meal plan again. It really helps you know what's going to be best for your body. These are kind of the 5 things to start with, but you can figure out what's going to be the most helpful for you at each stage of your journey. All right, girls, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, sweat the thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed and drop a comment down below to enter this week's weekly subscriber giveaway. Again, it's going to be a month membership to move, to come work out with me and to help you push past those plateaus. I'm so excited for this journey. I know this community has just been growing and blossoming. I love seeing all of your comments and your conversations with each other because that's what it's about. We're a community. It's not just me, it's all of us. So if you see someone's comment that resonates with you, don't be shy. Comment back to them and let's keep the conversations going. I love you guys. Have an amazing week. I'll see you soon. Bye.